guys, welcome back to Mainly Movies, the channel where we talk about, well, mainly movies. Welcome back to my Halloween horror special, where in today's episode I'm going to be reviewing 1982 John Carpenter's classic horror film, The Thing. The Thing is about a research group who stumble across a dog which ends up bringing an infectious, disease-ridden creature into their contained facility. Each member is trying to find out who is infected and who contains the Thing.
It could not escape. Now the men of Station 4 have made a monumental discovery.
So if you saw my previous Halloween horror special videos, you would know that I kind of talked about this film and I mentioned it a couple of times. And that is because this is probably one of my favorite horror movies. It's up there with the original Night of the Living Dead. The reason being is because this movie came out in 1982. John Carpenter is a genius. I love the Halloween movie. I love The Fog. It's a pretty entertaining film. I like Escape from New York. I like Prince of Darkness. I like Big Trouble in Little China. He's made some very, very good films. And this is by far, in my opinion, his best. This movie is really a work of art. When this movie came out, in 1982. From what I heard, the audience didn't know how to feel about this movie. Apparently, they didn't really like it. Apparently, Roger Ebert even gave it a bad review, saying that it is a lot like things that we've seen before. And this movie, yes, it is a remake. It is probably one of the best remakes. It's up there with Scarface. Kurt Russell in this film, playing the character Mac, he is incredible. He plays this character really well, and he's up there with his character Snake Plissken from Escape from New York, as well as his character from Bone Tomahawk. I like his character in Bone Tomahawk as well. But the biggest thing in this film, and this is the one thing people mostly talk about when they talk about The Thing, is its kind of claustrophobic drama, thriller aspect of the film. The whole aspect of not knowing who's infected, and there's this really awesome sequence towards the end of the film where they're kind of dropping they're dropping this chemical into blood, and it kind of determines whether the monster's in their blood or the creature is in their blood. And it is one of the most tense sequences I've seen in a film. Now, the reason why I feel like this is one of the best horror films is because I only recently just watched this for the first time a couple months ago, and I've rewatched it a couple times since this October. It frightens me because of the practical effects. The first time I actually saw that dog and its head kind of split open at the start when you see all those dogs, and then it's kind of like killing all the other dogs and it's infecting them, and it shocked me because I didn't realize that the movie was going to be this kind of gruesome and it was freaky. One of the scenes in this movie as well shocked me, which is kind of towards the middle of the movie, where a character steps out of the room when a character's still in the room with a corpse of the Thing. And basically, he comes back into the room and sees him, and he's being strangled by the Thing, and he's been infected and Noah, and then he has these like things coming out of his fucking arms, and it's crazy. John Carpenter made a classic here, and I feel like this movie kind of stands on its own, and it still does today. I honestly don't have a problem with this film. I don't have a negative. I feel like it's really good. It builds so much tension, and that's what the movie's kind of purpose is. I haven't seen the 2011 prequel to the movie, although I heard it's not that great. I was going to review it with this one, but I thought I wanted to kind of dive into this film by itself because it is so good on so many levels. The tension building is incredible. Kurt Russell's character, as well as everyone else's character, they play their characters so good, and when the kind of tension hits and they're getting mad at each other, it's crazy. Also, this movie has a jump scare in it that freaked the shit out of me, and that was with that blood chemical mixing process scene. There was a jump scare there that freaked the shit out of me. This is by far probably one of the best horror movies I've watched. I was blown away with how good this movie is and how it just kind of still stands on its own today. Creatively, scary, and overall this movie is a 10 out of 10 for me personally. You might not think of it like that, but you might still enjoy it. The tension building is really good. I honestly think this is a perfect horror film. John Carpenter really knew what he was doing. This movie is a different kind of horror movie to Halloween, obviously, because Halloween's more of a slasher film, and he was going more in that direction, whereas with this film, he was going for more of that kind of original creature feature film, as well as a kind of disturbing body horror film. The practical effects are amazing. He did a great job. They spent a lot of time making those practical effects, especially the one where the scene with the defibrillators, and then he puts it into the guy's stomach, and the stomach opens up, and then like his arms are ripped off, and the head comes out, and there are so many cool sequences in this movie, and I will never forget this horror movie. I will never forget the experience I had watching this movie, although the only thing that would have made it 10 times more perfect when I watched it was if I watched it at night time. I feel like I would have been even more freaked out. This isn't a movie that I was kind of looking in my closet, really. The reason why it scared me because of the tension and, you know, not knowing who's the creature. That is what I find creepy. As well as things like hidden in the background and stuff like that. And that's why every time I edit my videos, I always look up here in this background, just in case if I see a little ghost, or maybe if I just see Kurt Russell's face. Well, I love Kurt Russell, man. Like, Kurt Russell, he's awesome. That came across really, really weird. I'm sorry. Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors, though. He can portray a character really seriously, and he can portray a character really goofy. Overall, though, if you haven't seen The Thing, definitely check it out. John Carpenter, he's a genius. He created this movie. He had a passion, and it's incredible. It's also incredible to watch visually. It is a very visual film, especially with the opening shots of Antarctica. It looks great. Definitely watch The Thing. So guys, like I said, my Breaking Bad review will be coming out mid this week, so stay tuned for that, as well as my El Camino review, which I just watched El Camino just then. But I'm not going to say anything yet because I want to save it for the review, just like the Breaking Bad one. So stay tuned for that, as well as a Carrie review, which will be coming out at the end of this week, as well as Zombieland Double Tap. So guys, thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. So stay tuned for more, and I'll see you guys next time.